Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm Caleb and I use he, they pronouns, and I'm starting off this series on Tuesday where I do like Tuesday book talks. This will be a brief video just talking about the books that I read over the summer. And I announced this Tuesday book talks on my video where I did a book review of I Wish You All the Best by Mason Deaver. So if you haven't checked that out, be sure to check that out. So yeah, let's get into the video. I'm going to start with the book that sort of brought me into reading again, or reading for fun again, I should say, and that was The Bold World by Jodie Patterson. This book is about Jodie Patterson's life experiences in general, but then it delves into her navigating her son coming out as transgender, and yeah, I don't want to do any spoilers because I am going to do a book review on this. I gave this book a 5 out of 5. I love this book. I felt like Jodie Patterson was mothering me in some ways. The book was very warm, it was very honest, it was very thought-provoking, and I don't know, I just really appreciated it, and it was a pretty easy read, and I think I related to it because I don't know, if you've been around for a minute, you've seen my Mother's Day video. And like I said in that video, I just wish I had someone in my life who championed for me as much as Jodie Patterson champions for her son Penelope, because she felt uncomfortable and was confused and didn't understand everything, but then still went out of her way, or not even out of her way, because it should be expected to show trans people, or especially trans kids, love and support, right? And so she did that by educating herself and figure out what was the best thing to do for a child. I'm gonna get off of this soapbox and move on to the next book. But again, I love this book. So yeah. The second book, it was actually on it was an audiobook, No Ashes in the Fire. There is a physical copy, but I listened to it on audiobook. But it was No Ashes in the Fire by Darnell L. Moore. And it was narrated by him. I liked it. It was fine. I got kind of bored at the beginning, the pacing was not so great. I don't think I'll do a review on that, but if people are interested in a review on that book, I will. It was about a black gay man, navigating being black and gay in America, and his life story. So yeah, I would give it a 3 out of 5. It had really good vivid parts to it, and it had a lot of thought-provoking moments where I listened to him say some things and I was huh, and I wanted to reflect on my own because he talked about the education system a lot, and so it made me think about because I'm a military brat, so I lived at many different states that had different education systems, so I enjoyed that aspect of the book, but I just didn't really relate to the story that much, and the story kind of just ended and I was okay, so now the book's over. Cool. So yeah, that was that book, No Ashes in the Fire. Thirdly, More Than Enough by Elaine, I think it's Wolteroth. And if I'm saying it incorrectly, I apologize. This book was recommended by Jodie Patterson, so I was yeah, I'm gonna get this book. But then while I was reading it, I just got so bored, and I feel authors should know that within the first few chapters, they should be hooking the reader, right? And I just didn't feel hooked. But there were good quotes that I would take away from the book. They're kind of cheesy, or kind of I don't know, I don't just live my life off of quotes, but I did mark some. That's what the sticky notes are for. So there's moments where there's nice soft writing, and I'm I get that. But the book was just not I just wasn't connecting to her story that much, and it felt a little too perfect, if that makes sense. It felt like she wrote a story, and then her editor, whoever gave her notes on the story, told her oh, in this part I need you to add more detail, or oh, in this part I need it to be more better, and so she added fluff to it, and as a reader, I feel I can read through the fluff. I again have just now jumped back into reading, so maybe I'll pick this book up later and try and read it again. But it was not my favorite. I'd maybe give it 2 out of 5 stars. I couldn't get through it. I read through chapter 8, and then I like skipped to chapters that I thought would be interesting. Like there's one chapter where she talks about like college, and still that felt it just felt really like just too perfect. And I know that that's not like a good critique, but it felt like she was trying really hard to make her story fit a mold. And I'm like, just like write your story, and like if it's your truth, then like that will shine through the pages, right? Because good writing is good writing, no matter like, you know. So next, I wish you all the best. Again, I've done a book review on this book, so I'm not going to speak too much about it because you can check out my book review. But to give you a general like breakdown of the book, it's about Ben, who is a non-binary character that comes out to their parents, and the coming out experience goes poorly. But Ben then has to stay with their sister and like brother-in-law, and so the book sort of like goes through that story of how like that works out for them. And Ben finds a friend partner of sorts named Nathan, who's really like sweet and charming, and there's a lot of cute like romancy moments throughout the book. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was soft, it was sweet, it was like everything my little like queer heart needed. And if you want to hear more of my thoughts about this book, go check out that review video. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars because I liked it so much. But yeah, that video will be in the description below. Last but certainly not least, Gender Outlaw on Men, Women, and the Rest of Us, revised and updated version. I haven't actually finished this book, like, as of now while I'm recording this video. I will be done with this book by the time this video is up, so I wanted to include it. This book was given to me as a gift, so I'm gonna, like, finish reading it, because I'm about to, like, meet the person who gave it to me, and I feel bad because I, like, found it while I was moving, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll read this now. It's been good so far. Like, I don't want to like give any of my critiques or like feedback on it yet because I'm not done with it, but I've heard good things about Kate Bornstein, so I'll let y'all know. If there's any of these books that you want me to do a review on, please be sure to like comment that below. If you've read any of these books, let me know like your thoughts on it and like why you bought the book. Yeah, I will definitely be doing a review video on The Bold World because I've been talking about that book for a while and I like really loved it. I just haven't gotten around to like actually doing a review video. So yeah, I'm gonna stop saying I'm gonna wish you all a great week. Happy Tuesday. Bye.